having the empire up, there's no better person I can think to have up than damn Papi Blanco. Let's counter this out. How are you doing, Papi Blanco TV?
Hey, man, I can keep up with the church. I can go after the church lady next time, man. That's black and white.
It's two ends of the spectrum. That's what I do. I bring together two ends of the spectrum. I said I have to have Papi Blanco on after this. I need to balance this. I need to balance this out with some toxic masculinity. So, Papi Blanco, what do you think about this whole situation with this mother and this 13-year-old and this child predator?
Man, this is sick, man, because I got kids, man, and there is nothing better in the world than my little ones. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone touches my kids, I'm probably going to cash it out. I'm probably going away for life. I'm going to put it to you like that. I don't play with even my little cousins, my nieces and nephews. My family is huge, so there's nothing but little kids in my family. My grandma, my grandpa, my grandma, my grandma and my grandfather, they had 13 kids, so it's a lot of little kids around. And it's bothered me a lot, man. But this is a special case right here because it's two little kids, right? That were doing each other.
The boyfriend had 2 kids, yeah.
And I'm going to assume that the man didn't know. I'm going to go ahead and assume that because I don't think a man is so thirsty for some pum pum to bring his kids into that kind of situation.
Totally agree.
And I also going to assume that they were like real serious because you don't bring your kids to somebody else unless you're serious. So I'm pretty sure you feel comfortable with this woman to bring it because that means the baby mama has to approve that, right?
I agree. You really don't want to be blending families until you're kind of sure that it's going to work out, right? You don't want to introduce your kids and then have them become best friends and then y'all break up and then they're gone, right? So you're serious at this point. I totally agree.
Yeah, but in this case, I would like to know, can the father of the molested kid, right, go after the state? Because it's like it's already proven that the other kid got problems on the records, right? Like he already had those kind of issues.
Yeah, the father. No, it's not the state's problem. The state did what it can do. The state prohibited the mom from allowing contact with the child, allowing the child to have contact with other children. So the state is like, what do you want me to do? Right? This is the mother. It's not our child. We can't use tax dollars to take this child and support this child till he's 18. Why are the taxpayers having to pay for this child? So we're not going to take custody of this child. The mother needs to take custody of this child. So it's going to be the mother's responsibility to care for this child, but we as the state are going to order that this child cannot be around other children. So the state did what it was supposed to do. I mean, because what are the alternatives? That the state takes custody of the child, and now we as the taxpayers are paying for this damn child.
I'm glad you say that because I'm glad you say that because in this case is a little different because the kid happened to have a very, very rich father, which is Dwight Howard, right? This man has made over $250 million. So the reason why the father might have a case is because they could have easily gave him the kid a long time ago because I'm pretty sure Dwight paying at least $30,000.
You mean the father of the child, the predator? I thought you were talking about the boyfriend.
No, I was talking about the child or the kid that was molested, which is now the kid. The other father would be Dwight Howard.
Gotcha.
The state would have gave him the kid a long time ago and avoid this whole because he got the money to provide this kid with everything he needs. 24 hours, nurses, psychiatrists, school, everything. So this whole thing could have been avoided easily by giving him the kid. Like, don't you agree? Don't you think about that?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Papi Blanco. I represent a lot of fathers, hundreds of them, and I don't assume that every father wants custody of his child. especially if the father is in the military and has to go on tours to Iraq, especially if if the father is an athlete and has all these away games and practices and seasons and stuff like that, especially if the father is a pilot and, one day he's in Australia, next week he's in Switzerland, next week he's in Panama. I'm not willing to assume that Dwight Howard wanted his kid. I will say that if he wanted his kid, he still probably wouldn't have got his kid. So, but I want to call it fair. I really do. And I've represented so many men that are just like, I got my job. I can't deal with these kids.
Now, here's the father. Now that most likely the mother, she's gonna go to jail, right?
Yeah, she
wouldn't
went to
the custody
jail.
go to him?
Well, while she's in jail, she's probably bonded out. I can't imagine that her bond would be too high. Plus, she probably got money anyway. She was on TV, right? So she got money to bond out.
She got Dwight money.
Dwight's money. She got that alimony money, right?
Yes,
but
sir.
I would imagine that, the kid's probably going to come back to her, and they're probably going to be like, hey, we were serious about this. So, I don't know what the situation's going to be. Now, if she went to prison for a year, then you're right. Custody would revert or it would go to Dwight. Right? And maybe that makes Dwight happy. Maybe Dwight did want custody of his kids. A lot of fathers want custody of their kids, but sometimes there's no use in even fighting. Why would you fight if you're not going to win? Now, Dwight Howard has the money to fight.
Yes.
A lot of people, Joe Blow doesn't have $150,000 to spend on a case. Dwight got the money. Dwight can spend $3 million on a case to fight for custody. Right? So, if he wanted custody, I would assume there was a trial where he spent the $3 million to get custody and he lost. If he really wanted custody, I would assume that he spent the $3 million or $5 million or whatever it was. And if he lost, then he'll be super happy to get custody. But I'm not sure he wanted custody. I'm not sure he went to trial.
Because I never understood that, because they be giving this guy like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in child support. Why not just give him the damn kid? Like, I don't understand that part. If you can afford to pay $30,000 child support, you damn sure you can afford to have your mama, your sister to watch the kid 24/7.
It's true. It's true. A father is going to be better than any babysitter or anything like that.
That's what he gets crazy, man. I think she should go to jail, because she knew it's not like it was the first time. Like,
how long do you think she should go? If you were the judge, how long would you put her in jail for?
She got in charge with child neglect of the child, right?
Yeah.
If I ain't mistaken, that's a 1 to 3. 1 year.
I don't know what it is. I'm just saying, if you were let's say you're the judge and the legislature, like, you just get to decide what's a fair punishment. So it's all in your hands.
2 years.
Yeah.
And but that's not really going to hurt her, yo. The part that will hurt him if they take the child support away. That really will kill her.
That would hurt. That Dwight Howard child support money, that's probably a good check right there. That is probably a good check right there.
Most likely 20, 30. This is in Florida. I think they're from Florida, I believe.
Yeah, they're from Florida.
Yeah, and over there is no cap in child support.
I don't think so. I don't think it's like Texas or anything.
Yeah, they can go wild.
They can get you, boy. They can get you. Listen, thank you so much, Papi Blancotv. I really appreciate it. You can come up anytime, brother. Salute to you.
Yes, sir.
All right, shout out to Papi Blanco. Interesting. So I'm just going to close the back. We got Barbara Batty, we got Respect, and we got Amethyst. Thank you